Welcome back. This is Akinar here with more Expedition 33. This is episode 35, and last time we talked about how we were going to be structuring the rest of the playthrough, the zones that we were going to be focusing on, namely Flying Manor, Renoir's drafts, returning to Lumiere to take on Renoir, and then focusing on Verso's drafts, the additional DLC content. That, I think, was the suggested order from you all, and it seems like most, if not all of you in the comments, were on board with that plan. And then maybe we can squeeze in whatever other additional parts of the game that we decide to focus on. But those are like the main, those zones being the main focus in terms of our story and overall progression. Now, the one trick with that is the fact that those areas outside of Lumiere are all still dangerous to us. So the game is still kind of like, are you sure you want to go to the Flying Manor? Are you sure you're high level enough? Maybe we are, and we're going to give it a try here in just a bit. We're going to try the Flying Manor and see how it goes. But in order to try and prepare for a higher level area, I have been doing some off-camera work. I have been, well, really play, but I've been working on leveling up and taking on some of these odds and ends around the continent to try to make our characters stronger. So let me quickly try to bring you up to speed by switching to my notes here and let you know what I have been doing off camera. I started by making some changes to Lune, including unlocking Elemental Trick. Because somebody in the comments pointed out, I had been avoiding Elemental Trick because it was reliant on crit, and I thought, well, we're not necessarily going to get every single, you know, all four of the stains if her crit is not 100%. But somebody pointed out to me that, you know, it's probably not as hard to get 100% as you think, and I did do some work to rearrange her her Pictos and whatnot, and now as long as we're going after a burning enemy, which should be most of the time, if not all, she will have 100% crit, and this Elemental Trick, I have been using it to some good effectiveness, so excited to show that to you all later. And then I took on some of the groups of enemies around the continent here. The first one, these couple groups of enemies that were over here by the Chromatic Petanque, they turned out to be a lot tougher than I was expecting. This first group, the Chapelier Stalact Benisur, I took them on with a 2 times health modifier, and man, the battle was much tougher than I was, excuse me as I clear my throat, much tougher than I was expecting, because they obviously have scaled up these enemy groups because of the fact that you can only access them by flying. So they're much later game challenges, and I did manage to get the first try win, but only with the reserve party of Verso and Mael. My first party bit the dust, and the Stalact at the end tried to explode on us, but I managed to get the dodge in time. So that win took place, and then we got an upgrade to the Stalum weapon for Mael, and I noticed that this is kind of in line with this pattern that we've seen, where you've got an enemy in the group like Stalact, and the weapon that you have in the inventory that's named after them might get a random upgrade, or not so random upgrade. And that pattern, I've been noticing it did hold in this case. We also had, let me quickly tab back over to the game here. We also had this other group of enemies over here, and this group was even tougher. I even bumped down the health to ×1, and these guys took me like 3 tries to get them down. They were an absolute handful. This Veilleur, the Veilleur over on the right-hand side, has this move where he can like absorb the one of the other enemies, which is crazy. He powers up off of that. But yeah, so I had to make some tech changes. I had to bump up, spend some Lumina points to bring in some braking and charging counter Luminas and other stuff. And I did eventually get the victory, and we saw the same pattern once again. We got several upgrades. The Confident Pictos, the Kralin weapon for Lune, but also the Glazem weapon for Mael, which goes along, Glazem. And so because you get these seemingly not so random upgrades based on the enemies that you're fighting, I decided to go and buy a whole bunch of weapons that were still at vendors. just for both for completion and also in case they might get upgraded if we're taking on a certain enemy group that says, oh, that name matches what you've got in the inventory. Here, let me bump that up from like 5 up to 30, who knows? So so give yourself a chance to get these random upgrades as you go along. Seems like an okay plan to me. I also then, keeping in line with that, cleaning up this portion of the zone, I went over here and I did take out the chromatic Venusaur that was over here. This one was a much less interesting challenge. It was very boring. I even used a times 5 health modifier, which I was, that's the wrong fight. It was just very boring because all he did was this spear combo the entire time. He was literally a one-trick pony. Just one move, and once I learned how to parry it, it was so straightforward. And it did net us another upgrade to one of Lune's weapons. So so then I also decided to go over, and there were some Burgeons that were spread around the continent that I also had been not regretting, but dreading taking on because, you know, they're Burgeons. And I used the same times 5 health modifier for this Burgeon that was by the Forgotten Battlefield, and I was kind of regretting it halfway through. It took so long to beat that guy. But again, it's just a Burgeon. We've done it before. Lune absolute carried with Lightning Dance. It was just Lightning Dance spam as much as I could for Lune. And that got us across the finish line, and we got several other weapon and Pictos upgrades. Augmented Counter went up to a 23, which is awesome, because I think it actually has health and crit rate. It's one of the few Pictos that actually has that. So that's one that Mael is using now. There was a couple new Pictos as well that we picked up next to those Burgeons. The 2 Burgeons that were left, there was this lower level Burgeon that was over by Old Lumiere. That one I bumped the health down just to get done with it very quickly. I did not want another long Burgeon battle. But there were 2 Pictos by those different Burgeons, Shielding Tint and Breaking Burn, which I will level up at some point when I get around to it. Got a few Pictos that need to get leveled. So then the rest of the time off camera that I spent, I was basically scouting around. I did a bunch of scouting for various chromatics and these Vex that are around the map, just to see what weaknesses they have, you know, go into battle with them for like a turn or two. What weaknesses or resistances or absorptions do they have? Kind of cataloging those, taking some notes. And I learned in the process, or I confirmed something that I think I had seen in editing, the way that these new Luminas that we've got, charging weakness and weakness gain. Let me go back to the game here. These new, I think CL actually has one of these equipped. Charging weakness. When I initially read this, plus 15% of a gradient charge on hitting a weakness. The way that that reads to me is that you're hitting a weak spot. Now, maybe if it meant weak spot, it would actually say weak spot. But I did not think of anything else but hitting an enemy's weak spot. And I thought, well, not every enemy has a weak spot. And even the ones that do, you usually can only hit it once, unless it's like it recharges. Some enemies will have like a recharging weak spot that you can hit again later in the battle. But it's so infrequent and so situational that I thought that's not a very good Lumina. It's not that at all. It's the elemental weakness of a Nevron. Whatever element that it's weak to, whenever you hit that weakness and you hit them with that damage type, you get this proc. So it is so much better than I realized, because once per turn, if you're hitting them with the right element of attack, you're going to get plus 15% of a gradient charge. And then the other one I think gives you plus 1 AP. So I have added that actually to my favorite Pictos, because that's actually way stronger than I realized at first. Weakness gain and charging weakness I'm going to try to make those a mainstay for all of our characters from here on out. So then just to wrap up the rest of my notes, a couple other pickups. I found another 5 times Color of Lumina underwater that was near the Serpent Fear. There was some stuff with the Grandis at Minoko Station that we'll maybe talk about later, depending on how things go. And there were a few other minor enemy groups up in the northeastern side of the continent, some chroma that I picked up. Nothing too crazy. And I ended up making some changes in preparation for the tougher flying Manor. I decided to make some changes to my main group. I think my main group is going to be Lune, Mael, and Minoko. Those feel like my strongest characters at the moment because of the weapon upgrades that we got. We now have Kralim, that's at level 29, and we have Glazem, that's at level 29, and this weapon has been really cool. The gaining shell when switching out of Virtuose stance is actually super sweet when you're doing Stendhal, because it, like, if you do Stendhal when you're in Virtuose stance, normally Stendhal has this, you know, downside of giving you defenseless. It automatically or immediately gets overwritten by shell, so you don't get that downside to Stendhal. And then you can also cleanse some self-stat effects as well, which can be useful in certain... The effects on this Glazem weapon and the fact that it's just so much more attack power than anything else that we have for Mael, unless I do a recoat. So these are our highest attack power characters. Minoko, maybe not so much. He's still lagging behind so many of his weapons. I could spend some grandiose catalyst to try to level him up a little bit more, but I'm still not sure if we're going to be picking up more weapon options for Minoko. But even though he's lacking in the damage department, his utility is so good. Having this Bachelier Fortify, as well as his gradient attack to give everybody additional shields, is so freaking useful. So the shields and everything that he provides are, I think, invaluable to the team, especially if we're going into a tougher area. So that's kind of my main group that I'm going to focus on, and so if I can get my my screen to show you correctly here, there we go. So then I still did a recoat for Minoko to actually get his stats in line with Bolaro. So his damage is better than it was before. I also did buy the double burn Pictos upgrade at Sacred River. That cost me a pretty penny. That was like 120k chroma. And also I added a bunch more Lumina for my elf to add those charge and weakness gains that we talked about. So our party is upgraded and ready to go. And so where we're gonna head first though is an area that I started to explore off camera, White Sands. I took a brief look in here, and it was one that I started to see some and hear some interesting things. So why don't we go ahead and with our recap of off-camera activities out of the way, let's head in over here to White Sands. Here's the Thunder Evec, which at some point we'll maybe take on, or maybe I'll do that off camera. I haven't decided yet. But this White Sands area over here, I was just like, let me go through some of these lower level areas off camera that are maybe going to be not as interesting, like some of the other kind of more vanilla zones that we've seen in other parts of the zone. But then before I went inside, I did notice the fact that, oh, wait a second, there looks like there's a fancy manor. A manor that looks actually very similar to the one that we saw in the Desandra family manor over in Old Lumiere. And I thought, oh, wait a minute. As soon as I went into this zone, I started to think, maybe there's more to this than I realized. And that's when I heard, well, I'm waiting for the soundtrack to, there you go. This was different. That really threw me off when I first heard it, because we have this soundtrack, which is just incredible, that is filled with female vocals. And all of a sudden, you've got a guy that jumps in and he's not singing, he's talking. And that really just threw me off. I wish I knew what he was saying. He's speaking in French, but I hear Lumiere. Again, this is probably spoilers. If it's not spoilers, feel free to let me know maybe a little bit of what he's saying. But it was so fascinating to me that they've got basically an exposition here as part of the soundtrack. I also noticed that there were red petals falling everywhere. I'm still trying to figure out the color chroma situation. And then I took a step forward and I got some dialogue, which should replay here because I reloaded my game.
It's that manor from Old Lumiere. So that's where it went.
No. Something's different.
So it was at this point that I stopped, and I was like, okay, there's enough interesting stuff going on here. Let me. Also, this piano kicks in, and it's just so freaking good. I was like, let's save this for on camera. It looks like it's a small enough zone here. There doesn't seem to be much to it, but you never know what freaking Nevron or what is going to come crashing in. But Lune, or Maël, says, there's something different about this manor. There's something different. I'm so ready for something, some monster to drop out of the sky as I'm going for this item. I guess not. There's a bag here. I so thought that there was a face. I thought that there was a face on this bag. I saw the metallic, can I get my mouse cursor here at all? Nope, that's gonna just move the camera in a way that makes you all sick. I wish I had a mouse cursor, but it looks like there's like a pair of eyes there from afar. This soundtrack is so fascinating. This is so different. But I mean, it's also it's another spin on the Elysia theme, correct? I want to know what this guy is saying. Okay, so but whose bag is this? Have we seen this before? Maybe picking up this item will give us an idea.
Interesting.
Aline. Did we not already pick up? I thought we had picked up a soundtrack for Aline before. So as I suspected, based on what I saw the first time I was in here, there's really not much here. It's just a music record, but it's also, there's so much more like emotional weight to this area compared to most of these zones where you just walk in. It's got like the stationary camera set way up on afar from the characters. This is a different spin on that. Let's go back to camp, because I'm actually interested to hear this theme now. And also I'm curious about whether we already picked up. I could have sworn maybe it was Aline's glass house. Maybe that's what that was. Let's go to camp here, because I want to check. I want to do a little bit of record playing before we move on with this. That's so... What a different small mini zone. I can go straight to the bottom, right? So there's Aline. But did we not also have... we do have Aline's glass house. I do like this one. But then we have just Aline. Oh, this is... I mean, it's Aline, so it's the theme that plays when you approach the paintress, right? And this is also the one I think that YouTube doesn't really care for when it comes to copyright. So, okay, because of that, I'm going to stop this one in its tracks, even though I love it. It is so, the vocals on this are so heartbreaking, and it is just maybe the most beautiful song. That one and Elysia are both ones that I get stuck in my head all the time. It's so freaking good. I just wish the YouTube copyright system was a little less, would freak out less about those. But let's go ahead and, so is that another, if this is not the manor, if this is something different, then what is it? I wonder. By the way, I do have a hint. Somebody hinted at the fact that in the actual, or the manor that we visit, there is something else that I've missed. So we'll see if we get a chance to go back there at some point. But maybe, supposedly this is where the manor disappeared to after Old Lumiere, but then why did Maël say something's different? And what was that guy saying in the soundtrack in there? That one is I'm gonna be thinking about that. If there are any clues that you can give me without spoiling things on that, feel free. But I can understand if it's still If we're still at a point where revealing all the lyrics is going to be too much of a step. Telling me all the French and other language, all the other languages that are used in the soundtrack, translating those lyrics may still be too revealing. And if that's the case, then yeah, do keep me in the dark. I will trust your judgment. You guys have been so good about
Hang on tight.
keeping things, keeping the playthrough blind as much as possible, and I do appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna give a stab at Flying Manor. We're gonna give a stab at this. It says dangerous, but we're gonna try, and we're gonna see. If we get our butts kicked, I do have a backup plan. I have maybe several backup plans that we can choose from. But we're at the very least going to take another look. We have been here once before. We have been here, and I don't remember if we came here before we had the optimized add-on for the graphics performance that we added. So I'm not sure if things... I went back to the monolith to pick up some of the weapons from vendors there in the various tainted sections of the monolith, and it did seem like everything looked so much better than before. So much more clarity. This place is very foggy, and I feel like it was this foggy before. Oh, those are ropes! Those are ropes leading up there, holy crap. Did I see those the first time and reacted the same way? We've also got some sculptures of Nevrons. There's like a ladder in the... Like someone was like climbing up the ladder to sculpt. I also saw the rope that was back over here, and I kind of want to check here first. Let's see where this goes. I love the, in so many places, like almost every zone, it feels like there's that backdrop in the distance of the oily water, the oily painted water, or surface of a bubble, whatever it may be. Hard to see, but it looks like, is that like a sculpted version of the serpent fear flying snaky dragon? What is that in the distance? Oh, there is an item out here. Pictos? It is. Level 28. Protecting shots. 20% chance to gain shell on free aim. Okay. That is a lot of health and defense. God damn. Not weapons. Pictos. Holy shit. That's so much health and defense. I could just give that to Lune. It actually is less than... Oh, it's way more health instead of defense. Gosh. Anti-stun is a good one. Did this one get upgraded? One way or the other, this one has just a crap ton of health, but this one might be... Is this the new number one if you sort by health? Easily. Not even close. 4,869. Very nice. Let's... Do I switch this into somebody? Who is lagging on health here? In terms of my main party. Lune could use a little bit more health. And we also want to maybe level this up, because maybe I would use this as part of my protection, my shots package. Because now I could add both shell and powerful if I wanted to put both of those shots in. Okay, now it does lower her defense a lot. I haven't quite figured out what's the better trade-off. Like if you add defense equally as you remove health, is your character just as robust against enemy hits? Or I don't know exactly how that all works. I'm kind of getting to the point where I might be open to some more in-depth explanations about like stuff that I would look up on a wiki. Like I don't want to look things up on a wiki myself, mainly because I don't want spoilers. But I think we're far enough into the game that if you all have stuff that you want to explain to me, I would normally say, don't tell me, give me time to figure it all out, or just play the game without knowing things. I'm a little more open to that stuff now at this point. So if someone's like, ooh, let me explain to you what the trade-off between health and defense is, and how and whether it matters or not, I think I'm a little more open to hearing those things, if that's something you want to comment on. Because ultimately, I am kind of a min-maxer, and at some point, I am going to want to know all the wonderful optimized min-max details. How to build my characters. There's a Jestrel over here. Hello, hello. Humans, you must leave. Did we talk to this guy before? Everything here is just too powerful. That's what the sign said outside. Danger. Right after the fracture, this Chroma Maestro appeared. Swish, swish. Lightning quick strokes of Chroma, you see? Swish, swish. And she remade the broken land into all this around us. I wonder who he's talking about. She. It could be the paintress, but it could also be Clea. Those are the only two that I know. Those are the only two she's, other than Mael. But Mael would have been, you know, stuck in the painting here. She's not going to be the one, like, trying to manipulate things. She only just recently remembered what was her backstory. These floating islands with terrifying aura. This is goodbye. I leave for the sacred river. Oh, and he's actually leaving. Oh, interesting. I wonder if we went to the sacred river, could we find him? Okay, so he's terrified. He says, get me the hell out of here. Now, he said that the Chroma Maestro came in and, like, after the fracture, rearranged things like this. Now, everything still seems like it's a mess. It doesn't seem like there was very much order that was brought to this place, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. Ooh, it looks like there's a fading person down here.
This is where she lived.
Aline? So maybe he was talking about the paintress. Oh, and there's Nevrons in these glass cages, and there is a fading person. We've got like is it a lamp master over here? Let's go ahead and grab the flag. It just gave me a save, but I'll grab the flag anyways. Expedition 0. I wonder if we should have talked with Mael. You are here. What is this place? It's her home. Here, in this canvas. As in Verso's canvas. Her home inside the canvas. Are we actually talking about the paintress or Clea? We used to play here a lot with the others. But now the one here, she is not her. She will never be. And she knows that. Who are you talking about? Exactly what I'm wondering. Everything is always about her. About her paintings, her sculpting. Everything has to be perfect. But perfect, I have never been. And perfect, she is not. The one who is here now. Maybe it's better to forget about all this. But she's trapped here, behind this door in her atelier. Forever painting. So maybe it's not the paintress. But is it actually Clea? He says the one who is here now. Is that different than the one who was here before? How do we open the door behind you? The colors. Bring back the color to her paintings. She mocked Aline's creation. Okay, well that actually... That makes it sound like it's definitely not Aline. She mocked Aline's creation, trapped by her own paintings. She mocked Aline's creation, trapped by her own paintings. I'm having trouble understanding that sentence for some reason. What are we talking about? Her painted family that she created? The fact that they're trapped in the painting? I feel like I'm misunderstanding this. Her Nevrons stole her colors. If you could find them and unpaint them, then maybe she will be free. Maybe it's better to forget all this. Okay. Forever painting. Let's just see if anything happens different with Mael. Same. Okay. So we've got some Nevrons to beat. Looks like there's an Avec. Is this another duelist? I don't... Oh, maybe it is, actually. Maybe it is another duelist. Lapmaster, I think is what this was called. And Go Blue! I liked Go Blue. And we know there's like another like chromatic Go Blue or something way out on the continent somewhere, but I forget where it was. Okay, so, well, I want to go to the door first. But we're not going to be able to open it. But let's just see if there's anything else up here. Just a closed door. A threatening aura emanates from beyond the door. I don't think we can open it. You attempt, but the door resists. So we got to beat some Nevrons first. I will also mention that we've done a couple cutscene reviews recently, looking back at all the previous cutscenes and seeing stuff that I missed, and maybe me still missing stuff in the process. I'm also planning to do a video where we look back at the different fading persons dialogue. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. That is something I have planned, and that one is probably one that we're gonna do as a public, available to everyone video. So keep an eye out for a little bit of bonus content for the fading people at some point. Dude, this level is ginormous. There's so many different ways to go. I need to figure out which way I'm gonna aim first. Where am I aiming my intentions? It looks like maybe... Okay, so there's some chroma there. I'm wondering if this is Flying Waters over in this direction, or some Flying Waters style... Is that a Burgeon there? Because if it feels like we're gonna have to face off against these 4 different bosses, and Go Blue is gonna be in one of those directions, I guess let's start over this way. See what we find. 10k chroma. Oh god. The fact that they're giving us so much chroma, it scares me, because it's like, oh, this level, it is pretty dangerous, isn't it? Dude, this is so cool looking, though. The atmosphere here is incredible. Honestly, oh, there's the Avec. And there's like, oh my god, there's like several Avecs. And they're all, are we gonna have to face off against 3 Avecs at once? What the hell? Okay, maybe we should just start with a jar. A little old jar enemy and see just how tough this guy is, and that'll give us an idea whether we're in over our heads or not. I'm worried. I'm very worried. Okay, we get the jar, and we also get these 2 guys. Did I... I'm not sure if what multiplier I have. I didn't see just now. Hold on, let me go ahead and just... I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see whether it gave me a multiplier on the enemy health. I don't want a multiplier on the enemy health. I think I disabled that, but I'm not sure. Because I was doing that off-camera stuff that I mentioned and manipulating health back and forth. It is at 10 and... Oh, god damn it. Shit. Fuck. I put this at 10 health. Times 10 health. Get me the hell out of here. I know you want the feet. I know you're just... Minoko's always got feet on the brain. We gotta go back and change the health here. Wait, can I go back? Wait a minute. Can I not go back? Hello? Hello? Oh no. Am I trapped? I can't go back the way I came, apparently. I mean, I'm not trapped, probably. But I think I'm gonna have to reload my save. Okay, give me 1 second here to go back to the last save point at the flag. Okay, let's set this let's set this health where it should be. And I just forgot to do this before starting the recording. My bad. There's too many things that I had in my notes, and that was as many things as I had in there. That was not one of them. Okay, let's see if we can get back here now. And take on a jar. Did I pick up the chroma? Hold on. I might not have gotten the chroma. Yeah, because the chroma respawns. That's the one thing I almost forgot. There we go. All right. This building is massive. It kind of has a Bloodborne feel to it. Not the first time they've you know, maybe borrowed from the Bloodborne aesthetic. It's a good aesthetic. Borrow away. Okay, so Lune does have her elemental trick now that she can do, but an enemy has to be burning if we're going to guarantee that she gets all the right stains. So the question is, who do we focus on here? Unfortunately, no burn. It might be still better to go for it, because her crit is at 75%. Exactly. So there's still a good chance that we get all the stains. There's some chance that we get all the stains that we want. We'll try it.
Elements converge.
Yeah, so it actually just duplicated the ones that we had. That worked out exactly not the way I wanted, but okay. But also, it did reasonable-ish damage, even though there was no mark or burn on the enemy at all. And also, that's a low-level spell. It doesn't really do that much damage. It just sets your stains up properly. So, these enemies might be okay for us. We might be able to actually do good things. I think Minoko is going to start with his usual Bouchelier Fortify after trying to get a beneficial contamination first. So we're not giving shields to everybody, but AP and buffs are also good. Oh, okay, they're not one-shotting us. This one, I think, is a one-shot. If I don't actually... I did not remember it being a grading attack, though. Okay. Shit. These enemies we haven't faced in so long.
You can't leave us yet.
Oh, God. Okay, at least it's a grading attack. Okay, and that's some nice counter damage there. That one I should be able to do. It's just so hard to see what these guys are doing. I think that's the problem I have with the little Elden Ring lookalikes. What were they called again? The Vulgar Militia. They're hard to see, man. They're hard to see. I need to res Lune. I need to res... Oh, I got knocked out of my stance. Why did that happen? Oh, because I died. Mael died.
I won't lose again.
I couldn't remember if that was a jump or not.
Mayhem.
Thankfully, it was. Also, Minoko's Almighty Mask giving everybody 2 AP with this weapon is awesome. Do we just do another? I think I do another Fortify. Oh, and we're getting that weakness gain as well, because they are weak to light, apparently. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and do our Bashilia Fortify. It also heals everybody as well, which is awesome. Now we can figure out what we want to do with Lune. Probably Stormcaller. Consume the double fire. Let's do that. Oh, that's so much damage. Wow. Roulette's working out sometimes. Does she have roulette? She does have roulette. Okay. Okay, so this group does, you know, it does seem tough, but at least they're not one-shotting us. And we're doing good damage against them. So the danger so far seems to be manageable. Gradient attack puts us into Virtuose Strike. Weak to... Oh, he's resistant to physical, that's right. So, resistant to physical means... But Stendhal is void damage, not physical. That's what I want to do. I want to do Stendhal. After I do a Virtuose Strike. And the mark got reapplied, which is what I was hoping for, because now I can just go straight to Stendhal. And see if I get a good roulette. Oh, I didn't probably need an amazing roulette. I think it was going to get us there no matter what. Aha! And we get a random upgrade because I think those were Ramesurs in the party. We get an upgrade to Ramazan, which I don't remember if that was one of the weapons I bought off camera for CL. But we got another random upgrade. Look at that. And okay, that the current stats that she's got do scale pretty well with this. So now she has a really high power weapon. Awesome. Do I like the effect here? Can consume 1 moon charge on turn start to recover 20% of each ally's health. Base attack gives 1 moon charge, and moon skills give 1 more charge. I mean, that's worth trying. That is totally worth trying. I'm gonna probably switch to that because that's such a damage upgrade. Look at that. Look at that, man. That is, okay, that's just what I was hoping for, too. Because we're still a little light on the grandiose luminas, catalysts. And so we need the ability to upgrade. Dude, is this actually a Burgeon over here? You gotta be kidding me. I just fought 2 of you off camera. I do not want to fight another Burgeon. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe we can fall down, but there are stairs here. But also the stairs go by this stupid Burgeon. Don't... I could care less about Burgeons, man. I'm sick of them. Out of my game, Burgeons. There's only one way to actually get them out of your game, though. For now, we're going to ignore this guy, and we're going to go for a paint cage. Because a paint cage is very interesting. Because I'm curious if they might have maybe one of our last shard... or tint shards or upgrades to those tints. There's also a paint cage over here. Okay. Sorry, a paint spike is what I meant to say. Is there a... That was the last... Okay. It had the last paint cage lock underneath it. Okay, it looks like it's a new Pictos. Energizing stun. Speed and crit. Plus 1 AP on hitting a stun target with a skill. I feel like these ones that rely on stun synergy... I need to do like a very particular build because the enemy doesn't stay stunned for long. And actually getting usage out of those Luminas seems like a tough thing to do. Okay, so we came down here, right? We came down here. We've got the Avex in front of us, which I'm worried about. But I also just want to check up here on this side. There is a... Okay, but actually, before we go, this level is huge. Holy moly. There is so much here. There's gonna be 3 of these guys. There's a fire, an ice, and a thunder. Have we done a fire version before? I don't think I've seen a fire version. I was wondering, because I had only seen the ice and the thunder on the continent, and I was wondering, it felt like the game would want to do all 4 of them. But I haven't explored the entire continent yet. There's still like a part on the eastern side that I haven't really delved into. Let's take this guy out. Maybe. We'll see how strong. Maybe this is a chromatic for all I know. Okay, it's not a chromatic. It's just a regular group of enemies. Let's, Pelorins, I think, are these guys. So we got Pelorins in ice form. And a Portier also in ice form. So we want to do... we just want to jump in with Hell? I think this is where we want to do fire against all of them right off the bat. Now, it doesn't get me necessarily the right stains, but I think they might be weak to this. It's just the Pelorins that are weak. Okay, that was a good amount of damage to them. But that does cause them to switch stance. So now they're actually going to get healed by the burn that I just put on them. So we want to try to get rid of them if we can. But also, maybe they don't heal in this stance on their own. They normally have their own, like, heal skill. They might just get healed by the burn. We want to do this weak spot, probably. Because that does half his health. That's good. Mael's weapon does physical damage. What am I doing with 9 AP? Am I doing Gustav's Homage? That could be good if this guy's weak to lightning, but I don't know. Oh, he's also ready to be broken already. Revenge is the only thing that Mael has that can break. Maybe I could break with Minoko. Because he's in Almighty Mask and he can break with the Duelist. So I can let him do that. Mael can focus on doing... probably Gustav's Homage on one of these... on one of the Pelorins. They both have about the same amount of health. We'll go for this guy. Oh, it's gonna be close. Yes! Nice, we got him out of here. Okay, cool. So I think that guy is gonna heal. Hopefully it's for not too much from the burn, but I do want to break this guy. So let's just go straight to Duelist Storm. Maybe we even kill him. Maybe he's just out of here. Sweet. Okay.
Lune, watch out.
The Pelorin did not heal. Okay, that move I was able to counter. I can't believe it. I can't believe I actually parried both of those. I noticed he burned, but he didn't heal, I don't think. He just didn't take damage from the burn. So that's good. I think we're just Mayheming here. Hopefully Mayhem's just going to be enough damage on its own. But we'll start with a couple free aims, try to get a mark. Get that mark on there. Or we could just do lightning. Actually, I do have enough to do lightning dance. The right stains, I should say. Whatever I did there was probably going to be more than enough overkill. Yo. Yo, that's an achievement. Trailbreaker, reach level 66. Both Mael and Minoko are now leveled up. Let's go. And we got another level up for our one of our weapons, Glacio. That one, I don't think... that's not one of the weapons from... is that the Pelorin weapon? Also, whose weapon is that? Is that Verso? There it is. So Verso has a level 28 weapon now. The whole party is getting in on this. Now, he doesn't have defense scaling at all. Do I like the effects here? +1 perfection on critical hit. That one's cool. Self-heal by 2% on dealing a critical hit. Well, he's our confident fighter, so that's not as interesting. Counterattack is always a critical hit. Is it just me, guys, or are the effects on Verso's weapons just very boring? Like, even this Tirso, which I kind of like, Tereso, It's like this one I like okay, but also it just, none of his effects feel very exciting at all. Am I the only one that thinks that? All right. We still get more damage because of the scaling from Vitality. I should probably do a recoat for Verso, but I wanted to hold off on that because his weapons were still not that high of a level compared to everybody else.
What have we?
Now it might be a time to use a recoat. I'd like to get a flag if I can help it here before we take on the Avec, but I can also trigger my own save point, right? We can do our own save point. This is the way back. Got it. Okay, we didn't actually have to go very far to get a way back to the flag if we so choose. So that's good to know. And we're at level 66 now. I think there's also an achievement for hitting level 99. I believe I saw that on the Steam images for the achievements. Slight little image achievement spoiler. What's back over here? Another item. Grandiose Chroma Catalyst. We need those. We need them. Is there a door over here? Oh, now it's starting to feel like we're kind of in the Manor. This is looking like Manor architecture over on this side of the building. The rest of it, I don't know. Maybe it's all supposed to be part of the Manor, question mark? You're hiding an item. Guarding an item. And there's a batonk, okay. So there's some various things to try and clean up here. Let's get it. Let's give ourselves a save point. And let's give it. Let's take a shot at the Avex. Let's see how strong they are. Let's see. Let's find out. We got 3 of them to go through. My God. Oh God. Flame, Frost, and Thunder, and they all have Minoko legs.
Okay.
Okay, I will admit that I got a slight preview of that attack when I was scouting out the 2 Avex on the continent. So some of these attacks I am not seeing for the very first time. Got a little bit of some advanced scouting. So those 2 attacks there I'm a little bit familiar with. We got work to do on the parries. Oh my God, dude. What is this shield icon? What is this shield icon that I'm seeing next to the boss bars? I don't know what that's all about. I know I need to res Minoko. Or just restart the fight. Or the other thing I need to do here is take some photo mode. Take some screenshots. And get some good angles here. It's so foggy though. Can I adjust that? Is that actually a if I go to the menu here, can I not field of view? I might still do field of view, but does it actually, can I actually change the, I saw there was a blog post that they did regarding the photo mode, which was kind of cool, looking through some of the funky photos that they had in there. I don't know if there's any of these effects that allow me to remove. I can hide characters and hide enemies. Oh my God. That's an interesting option. And we can change the lighting. Can I actually make it, let's see if I change the light. Is that doing anything at all? Oh, there is like a point light that you can put. Oh, interesting, huh? There are some cool options in here. None of those options are available unless you put the type of light on. Okay, I don't want to get into the weeds on this stuff. I just wanted to see if there was a way to adjust the fog to give myself a nice angle here. Take a couple really cool looking, no pun intended, with the Frost Evac in front here. Cool looking Evac angles. Give myself a little bit wider field of view. Oh, I see. It does that effect. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Do I want my characters in the frame? I think I do. I think I do. Let's toggle that out of here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Screenshots out of the way. Taking my cool angles. I love the new photo mode. Now we get back to business here and see if we can somehow survive. These are not weak spots, I don't think. None of these are weak spots. In fact, that's what that is. The flame and the thunder evac are invulnerable. And one of them even absorbs because I'm doing lightning damage. Now I think Frosty Boy is weak to lightning. And also Frost is the only one we can damage. Okay. I'm not gonna have a turn to res if everybody else is gonna get to attack here if I don't res Minoko now. Let's go ahead and just res him. It might not matter because there are a lot of their attacks that do damage to the whole party.
I'll do it.
So we get to counter. Oh wait, now it's not invulnerable.
Careful, my elf.
Oh, I got that one. Nice. They're not invulnerable while they attack. I think that's what I'm learning.
I'm ready. I'll do it.
Blades sharp.
Like it might not, in some cases, it feels like it might not be good to counter because they can heal themselves depending on what element that you're attacking them with. So they're not invulnerable when you are counterattacking, but only one of them is able to be damaged otherwise. Let's see if Mael can do... Let's see, I think... So the way that the scouting that I did off camera, what I learned was that basically they're resistant to everything except for one element. That's I think what I was learning. I can confirm that here with her free aim, right? Because she does physical damage. So we can confirm whether it's weak or resistant to physical as well, and it is. We reapplied the mark, which is nice. Now, does that apply to void damage? Let's try doing her Stendhal. Well, maybe. Maybe I'll do Burning Canvas instead. Because that does void damage. Without giving me defenseless. But also it puts me in an offensive stance, where she takes more damage anyway. So let's just do Stendhal. It's not resistant. Yo, and that was so much damage. Oh my god. Okay, are we actually too strong for this? I'm way too early on that second parry. Okay, we took like half that guy's health.
Why, yes, I love a dance.
No! Okay, at the same time, they're still wrecking us, so... It says danger, okay? We're not gonna bump up the health on these guys. Just because I took half of that guy's health doesn't necessarily mean that the one in the middle is gonna be that weak. They're the add-on effects. They're probably weaker than the center one, so just, we'll send in the reserve team here and just keep getting experience. But I had seen that beam attack. I saw that one when I was doing my scouting, so I have a little bit of experience. A little bit of experience countering that one. I'm glad that they're not invulnerable when they're casting spells. That part is nice. Oh, that only was one cast, huh? Okay, CL and Verso apparently not all that fast because they're getting so many attacks off. Now the Flame Avec is vulnerable, so I was wondering if it would cycle between which ones are vulnerable or not. The Thunder Avec is ready to be broken, but right now it's invulnerable. So I guess we're just doing a Strike Storm. I don't have any void damage on these characters, so no matter what I do, they're going to be resistant to. I just need to make sure I don't do fire damage to heal a Flame Evac, or ice damage to heal a Frost Evac, and so on. But I will do a Strike Storm here after trying to get a couple marks. These guys really don't have that much health, but there are 3 of them, and it's fine. This is a perfectly acceptable challenge. I didn't think about whether I wanted to do a gradient attack. We still have 3 gradient charge attacks that we have not done yet, and I have not done those off camera. I have not done End Slice yet. I have not done Skybreak or whatever Luna's is called. I've been waiting for us to play together so that we can see those together for the first time. I'm not going to do Shadowbringer here, though. I think I'm just going to go straight for Final Path. The Frost Evac is the one that is invulnerable, or sorry, vulnerable here and already has a mark, so Final Path it is. Give it a bunch of foretell. Yeah, let's go. That was the right timing.
CL incoming.
Look out.
A little bit. Was just a little bit too late on that first one. Too early. Too early on all of those. Oh my god. My brain thinks it's seen the attacks and it over anticipates. Let's try that again though. I'm feeling encouraged about this. Now that you can actually, it lets you go so early
Lune, watch out.
when you're parrying that one. There's like a huge window, huge parry window.
Please, fly.
Nice.
I'm ready.
That time I was late. I was late on that first one. All right. 2 ice stains, but I don't think... No, Hell doesn't take 2 ice stains. That's a different fire spell. So this is where I probably do... Well, thing is, Elemental Genesis is not that great in this circumstance because of the fact that they all are... 2 of them are invulnerable. I may still want to do Elemental Trick because it does set up Hell or Lightning Dance. The Flame Evac is... Have we figured out what it's weak to? It's not lightning. I guess we could figure it out here if we do the Elemental Trick. If I can get a mark. All right, a burn. A burn is actually what I wanted because that gives me the guaranteed 100% crit. So now we should be able to see if I can pay close enough attention here. Weak to ice. It's weak to ice, I think. Too early on that second one, dude. Oh my god, I'm going so prematurely.
Merci.
Oh, I forgot my L reses. Okay, there's a big glowing animation that I can focus on. The big glowing explosion that's about to happen. That's what you visually focus in on.
Let's dance. On me.
Too late.
Dance.
Too late on the first one. God damn it.
Not looking good.
Everything's going wrong. Frost Evac is vulnerable here, but I'm gonna have to res my party. Can I at least get a mark on you?
Not leaving you behind.
Go just a little bit early on those. That seems to be the right timing. Not that early. Not that early. That was only the one cast. So sometimes it casts one, sometimes it casts two. Too early. Shit.
Hurts.
Yes. Yes, everything hurts. Everything hurts. Give me a mark, please. Give me a mark.
Oh, I'm better.
Man, they're so fast. This is tough. It doesn't matter how much health they have if they can still just kill you. Wow, there's a variation in the timing, isn't there? There's a variation in the timing. Because there was a delay on that second one that was not there before. Thanks, I hate that. I'm so thrown off. I'm so thrown off. I don't know what to expect now on those timings.
Bring it on. Oh well.
Oh, I don't have charging. This is the thing. I don't have the right. I didn't fully upgrade the Luminas for CL and Verso, so they don't have like charging counter and stuff. This feels doable. This feels doable, but there are some various patterns that we have to cue in on.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Danger!
Okay. They're all starting with the same one.
On me. Okay.
Okay, 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Now, Thunder Avec is, of course, Lune is the one here that has a turn, so it doesn't really do me any good to do free aims. I just think we do. I think, even though they're invulnerable, Hell should still apply Burn. And also, Hell is a good skill to use because of the stains. The stain situation is going to be, she can do an elemental genesis if she wants to. But I'm not sure if it's good when you have 2 enemies that are invulnerable.
I'll do it.
Oh, the burn doesn't apply to the fire one, of course. Yeah, see, there's different timings. Some of those... There's 2 different timings on that particular attack. The important part, though, is to look for the big glowing explosion that's about to happen. Are they going to go 3 for 3 again with the same attack? Are they in, like, are they the synchronized swimmers all of a sudden here? Frames, please. No, my game. Oh my god. I guess I need to do a game reset. I need to probably do a game reset because the frames, what the fuck? They bottomed out at just the wrong time. That's so disappointing. Oh my god. Okay, there's a mark. Everything was going pretty well up to that point.
Still need your help.
Ready to evade.
Ready to power.
Were they doing that before, the first time, where they all do the same spell? Has this been the pattern the whole time and I'm just noticing it? I swear, the parry window is so freaking generous. It's so amazingly generous. Give me a mark, please. No. Where was my mark?
I must exact revenge.
We're getting close to 2 gradient charges, and if we do that, then Minoko can do his sanctuary.
Your turn to dance.
Also, I do find this attack a bit easier to parry because we've seen it since the very beginning of the game. Okay, they're not all doing the same.
Let's start.
They don't necessarily mirror each other the entire time. They just happen to get into that pattern. No, too late. Fuck. Okay, at least Minoko's finally gonna get a turn. Frost Effect is vulnerable. I'm gonna do Lightning. Gustav's Homage is actually a good move against that one. And that's gonna put us in Virtuose stance. And then Minoko will get to do Sanctuary, finally. Because we need it. We're planning... I don't really want to do Benisur Mortar, because that's ice damage and it's going to heal the guy. So I'd rather do... I mean, maybe I just do a Bachelier Fortify. Maybe I just end up doing a Bachelier Fortify as on top of the Sanctuary, because it also heals everybody. That's probably what I'm going to do. There's a mark. Gradient attack. Sanctuary. Now, even though the other ones are invulnerable, could I still put a mark on them? Oh my god, it changed to Thunder. Thunder started, all of a sudden became invulnerable. Or sorry, vulnerable. Okay. Alright, fine. Why did that change? Why did it change? I don't quite understand that one.
Permit me to help.
Okay. Ready to parry.
See that one? There's a third! What the fuck? There's a third! No! I was so not ready. Good thing we had shields.
I'm ready. I'll do it. Danger!
Good thing we had shields.
Now's
Stay
our
marked.
chance.
Stay marked. Am I just going with... If I go with Elemental Genesis, I am going to be healing when it hits for fire, but it will be weak to ice. And I think that probably outweighs the healing that it gets. Let's try to get a mark. I need 4 for this, right? Okay, we'll still go for this here, I think. We'll do Lightning Dance when we're able to hit the ice guy, but I think this still hits all enemies. So this is probably okay. Like, he's healing for 4k, but then there's the other ones are doing a lot more damage. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely worth. Okay, I think I'm starting to see what to look for with that attack.
Okay.
Danger!
No, I was too late. Are you kidding me?
Your turn to shine.
Of course, Lune counters.
Hit big.
Of course, Lune counters when the thunder comes up. Okay, we're in Virtuose stance here, and there's already a mark on you. And we have Powerful. So there's no need to do a gradient attack. Let's just go for Stendhal. because that's the only one we know that you all are not resistant to. So Stendhal, whenever we get the chance, has to be the move, right? And if we get a good roulette as well on top of it all, then you get... Was that over 1,000,000 damage? God damn. Holy shit. Okay, now only one of them can be invulnerable at a time. So this is good. We're making progress. Two lightning stains. 2 lightning stains here. If I do a tremor, that only gets me a light stain. I think I just do a lightning dance, even though it doesn't have greatly increased damage, because this one is weak to lightning, and I want to just do a lightning dance on it whenever I can get the chance. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Lightning dance is still good. 140k, it's fine.
Your turn to shine.
Okay, that move is actually so easy to parry.
Your turn to shine.
I kind of wanted to do that one all the time. Shit, the different timings on those. It's so annoying, but hey, guess what? Minoko gets to do another Sanctuary. Frost is the one. Can I get a mark? Can I get a mark? Can I get a mark? Okay.
Invigorating. Sweet tasting.
I was using this Sanctuary ability a lot during my off-camera activities. It's so comfy. Now, what balanced mask? I have this Galt Fury. I guess I still do it though. It puts a mark on the thing and like it moves. Where does it move my wheel to? It moves it to Agile Mask, which is also not super thrilling. I'll do it. It's not a very thrilling move. But it sets up a mark for somebody else.
Take cover! Take cover! Careful, Mael.
Your turn to dance.
Feeling better.
As comfortable as you start to get with particular attacks, there's still this you know, the repetition that happens. You lose focus because like, oh, I've seen this before, I can get this. And if you're not 100% focused, you'll miss the timing on one of them. That's all it takes. I think we do a mayhem here because these are gonna do lightning damage. I think that makes total sense. Mayhem should do pretty good against you. Yes, nice.
Dance begins.
And once again, we can do a Gustav's homage against you. Oh, and I got a mark, a lucky mark. Let's go. We are making some inroads on Frosty Boy. Ooh, and a nice one at the very end. No, are you serious? How did I miss every single one of those explosions on the ground? No. What is this? They are pulling out new moves now. No. Oh my god. They're all of a sudden pulling out new shit on me. Cast a spell. Okay.
Please survive.
And now the timing on that is a little different. Holy shit. Oh my god. Well, that was not fun. And I would love to be able to do a lightning attack with Lune here, but I need to heal my freaking party. Res my party. Because things are falling apart, man. I could... Does it do anything at all to use AP against you? Does, like, can you spawn a mark on them or a burn? You can. Okay, so they just don't take damage, but you can get them to proc your gradient. Beneficial contamination, excuse me. So I think I just leave it like that, and now we res Mael, I guess.
You don't get to die yet.
On me.
This is gradient to move. I was too late on the gradient. God damn it. Lune is still healing. She's got regen that she's picking up. Frosty is vulnerable over here. And these frames are not doing terrible damage when you're weak to them. Another res though. I actually want Minoko back. Let's get Minoko back first. Because maybe he can do a gradient before he reses somebody.
Your turn to dance.
Before he reses Mael. There's only one person he can res. Although maybe
I'll do it.
Lune dies if we're not careful. 4 of them. Holy crap, dude. They're bringing in some twists and turns. No, you gotta be fucking shitting me, man. No, motherfucker. Ah, the timings on those at the end. Oh, that's so tilting. I am so fucking... Oh, dude, that was a great counter, because that's void. That's right.
Too short.
The gradient counters do void damage.
Careful now.
Okay, there is a sound effect that you can hear. There's like a little metallic, I don't know what you call it. Get out of my game, Frostivec. Hopefully you're out of my game. I got one more Evec to deal with here that's finally not invulnerable, I hope. Except Minoko's not in the party. Minoko doesn't get the leg if he's not in the party, right? Shit. Shit. Dang it. I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm trying to think in my mind. Do I want to look up something, which is like, if I kill this Flamevac right now, because I know that there were Nevron legs for the other Evacs, but are they all just one Evec Nevron leg, or do they all have their own separate abilities? I want Minoko to be in the party, man. I don't want my party to die. Oh my god. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll continue with this attempt to try to get the Flamevac under 50% because it's gonna pull out some new moves, right? There's gonna be some new shenanigans that it starts doing. And so we gotta see what tricks it has up its sleeve. Oh, do I want to do a gradient attack here? We're not close to breaking it. But we could do sabotage to apply mark. But I also want to get up to 3 gradient charges. So let's just do a strike storm. We'll keep following. We'll keep going with this attempt for the moment, because we're probably not going to just randomly kill this Flamevac. And we'll see what we can do. Or we'll see if there's any new moves this thing has.
Incoming.
It does have the same one, doesn't it? Now now with that said, okay, that did void damage, but it wasn't nearly as much as Verso's attack did, his counter did on the other, or was it Mael? Whoever did the void counter on the Frostivac. This is winnable. Oh, I didn't realize you have no AP. I didn't realize you have 0 AP. Oopsie. Stay marked. Okay. Love to see all this bajillion procs. I'm not absorbing hardly any of them, but it's cool to see. It is cool to see. Now is when I want to do a Phantom Blade. Yes. And go into Twilight. First is going to have S coming up. S tier. Flame of Egg unleashes its full power.
CL incoming.
Eyes up, Verso. Eyes up, Verso.
CL incoming.
Careful now.
No, I missed the last one.
Through worse.
Oh my god. Okay, it does feel like the timing on those is just a little bit variant, if you will. Okay, we reapplied Mark, which is what I wanted to do. Now I can do a gradient attack to give Angel Eyes.
I'll always come back. I've lived through worse.
Okay, and now we can reapply Mark, hopefully. And res CL.
Disaster expedition.
Careful now.
Maximum damage.
Good thing we did those Angel Eyes. Just in time. Just in time, baby. Now, when I hit a mark, I get a rank, right? So this puts me to C. That's not how that works. Did I change weapons? Or am I misremembering how his weapon works? Probably. I'm trying to get to C to do Strike Storm. I don't know if that's better than keeping a mark on there. Probably would have been better to keep the mark, but
Bring it on.
I was too late. That is one gradient attack where you have to be so quick on the draw. All right. I think we've seen what this guy's gonna do, I think. But who knows if there's something at the very end that he pulls out. So I guess we keep going. I'm gonna do a final path here. Put 24 Tel on him. Yeah, there's that little like ching, ching, ching. And if you parry when you hear that, it seems like it works. Oh, full power time again, okay.
Not today. Try me. Try me. Try me. Not today.
There is some slight delays sometimes.
Here we go.
Some slight variations on when you expect those, when those come down the pike. I'd like a mark. I'd like a mark, please. Dang it. I've kind of accepted defeat here. Because I want Minoko to get his legs. I want Minoko to be able to do his thing, man.
Try me.
Yeah. Okay. You do have to be so on point with your parries, which is why it's so nice to have those shields for those slight little hiccups when they happen. Okay, I do need to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll get back with some fresh brain energy. Good Lord, are you serious? Oh my God, just, the timing on these are so different sometimes, motherfucker. This attempt had started out pretty nicely, and then that happens. Oh God. Oh God. I want to give shields to my friends here, but Lune's not alive. So shit. Okay, the Thunder of Ek is the one. Oh my God. I'm just gonna do. Well, no, I can give. That's right. I can give marks to the others. Except, no, I can do that. I can do it. I can give marks before I settle for the Bushilia Fortified. I at least get a shield for us too. We'll get Lune back in action soon enough here.
Okay. Ready to parry.
Some are just so much slower than the others. God, it's so annoying.
Sudoku, parry.
That's more like it.
Gosh, and you just miss. You miss one freaking. God damn it. Oh, this fight is already getting me tilted. Already getting me tilted on this attempt. Mother. I gotta res Lune. Can I at least get a mark on this guy? At least Lune gets a turn right away. So we get to actually damage the Thunder Evac. So I will do that. I get to actually consume the right stains for Lightning Dance, so this is fortunate. I'm doing... What am I doing? It's the Thunder... Not the Frost Evac. I'm so tilted, I'm like losing track of which one is... I even said Thunder Evac and then I attacked the Frost Evac. Oh my god, what is wrong with me?
I love a dance. Your turn to shine.
Guard up.
I'm starting to hate this attack. Because it freaking does at different timings. God damn it. Oh, it's so stupid.
I love a dance.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's how that attempt felt. So I'm ready to just retry that one. Start over. I'm not even sending in the reserve team. Get me out of this stupid battle. Nice damage. Nice damage. We're probably gonna start seeing... No! Oh shit. God damn it. Focus. Stop talking. Focus. I was gonna say we're probably gonna start seeing the gradient attack or the gradient counter from this guy
Please survive.
now that he's at half health. Oh, it's possible to break him as well. Okay, just focus in and pay attention to the visual cues that are obviously there. There's a flashing attack or a flashing explosion that starts charging up. That's when you time your parry. Dude, the Frost Effect can be broken. We're in Virtuose stance. I only have Revenge, and I haven't... It's not going to do a ton of damage, but it will break the guy. And that's got to be worth something, right? That's got to be worth something. At the same time, if I do Stendhal, it might just kill him. The only thing is I won't get my... No, I will get the buff because I'm exiting Virtuose stance. I will get the buff that takes away my defenseless and gives me shield instead. I think we go for it, right? We do Stendhal when we're in Virtuose. It's just what we do. It's also void damage. Out of here. Okay. Stendhal. It's totally the way to go. Thunder Evac. And I have 2 ice stains. Is it weak to ice or weak to earth? I think it's weak to earth. Might just do... Probably just do elemental trick here. Oh, but I can't... That's right, I can't set up the... Yeah, I just do elemental trick. Because otherwise he's going to absorb... He's going to absorb all my shit.
Guard up.
I'll do it.
I must not be going early enough on those.
Careful, Mael.
That's more like it.
No! I must be too late. I must be too late. Go earlier than later on that one. Okay, okay, I can do this. I can do this one. Focus in.
Let's dance.
Mayhem.
Holy shit, man. Okay, at least I'm in heavy mask. So I get to do all the buffs again to my party. We get to heal. We get to give them all the things that they like, that I like them to have. Do I even worry about... I'll worry about giving a buff or a mark to you. There we go. Okay. Gradient attack as well. Sanctuary, save me. Save me, Sanctuary. Holy shit.
We're overdue for some mayhem.
Oh, I didn't get the... Oh, I'm just noticing I didn't get all the stains that I wanted with Lune's elemental trick because I didn't have burn on the enemy. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's shielding up.
So much potential.
So much potential. The Flamevec is vulnerable here. We have 2 ice stains. Let's do a mayhem. Possible we might break him. I have no gradient charges. But it's possible we break with mayhem. So let's go for it. Didn't even move the break bar at all. Okay. Still no gradient charges, so I can't go into Virtuoso Stance. The Flamevec is still the one vulnerable here. Perfect. Now I can do Gustav's Homage. Or do I just do Stendhal all the time? Because it's just so freaking good and it does void damage. I want to be in Virtuoso Stance when I do it. I want to be in Virtuoso Stance. And Gustav's Homage doesn't remove the marks. It's actually a very... Once you start to queue into the right indicators,
Let's dance.
it's actually very easy. Yo, her counters can be so powerful sometimes. Now he's ready to break.
Ready to evade.
Parry.
So much potential.
The Thunderovec is invulnerable. Could I still break him, though? I'm not going to be able to with Lune. So I might as well do... with 9 AP. This thing is burning this time, so I could get the right stains if I did my elemental trick this time around. And I think I will do that. Unless I want to do Stormcaller. The thing is, it's lightning damage against the Thunderovec, and it heals him, so it's like... I think I'd rather just do the elemental trick and set things up. It just it doesn't generate too much in the way of a gradient charge. But I'll still do it.
Converge.
Yeah.
Thunderovec is still the one that's vulnerable here. Wait, Thunderovec could be broken. I misread that. I thought the Flamevec is the one that could be broken. So now Mael... I mean, we want to do Stendhal still, though. We got a mark on the thing. We have to do Stendhal. We just might not break him this turn, but if so, it's fine. Stendhal.
Parry. Dance.
You have to do it because it just deletes the enemy. Good lord. Okay. Holy shit. Full power.
Take cover.
It likes you.
Ready to evade. Careful, Mael.
How did I miss every single one that went Mael's way? What the hell? How did that happen? Okay, at least I can do Sanctuary. At least I can do Sanctuary with Minoko. I'll just do the Sanctuary now because I'm probably going to settle for a Chapelier Slash. Like, nothing... Minoko is just not a damage dealer in this fight. Like, that's the thing. So I almost would be better off just healing Mael. Maybe I do that, actually. I think I'm going to do my Gradient Charge. Okay, I'll just reapply Mark. And now I'll do my Gradient for more Sanctuary. Because I need as many shields as I can get, because my parries are not perfect.
Energized. Time for mayhem.
But then I think I just use a tint. I just heal Mael and top her off. It's worth.
No hit back.
Now it might be worth doing Stormcaller. If I do Stormcaller, I consume the Fire Stains. I get my double Thunder Strikes, and I set up an Elemental trick. That's what I'm gonna do for Lune.
Thunder. Strike swift.
Parry. Minoko, parry.
Danger.
Yeah, just I need to err on the side of being early for the spell cast. Full power.
Let's dance.
Zero.
Okay.
Your turn to shine.
Just don't be late.
Fine. Count up. Lune, watch out.
Don't be late. Oh my god.
Let's shine.
Okay. I don't have a Gradient Charge. So Mael can just do... I think she might just do Defenseless here. But at the same time, I can go... I go Gustav's Homage, right? Like, I do want to give Defenseless, so we're doing more damage to this thing. It would be nice to set up Defenseless. But Gustav's Homage, when the mark is already on there, is so tempting. I'm just gonna do it. Because then it potentially sets up a Stendhal. The sooner we get to Stendhal, the better.
Good.
Now I do Elemental Genesis. Debating doing Lightning Dance, but he's not weak to it, so Elemental Genesis is got to be more damage, because when we do get the element that he's weak to, which I think is Ice, when that does randomly appear, then it just outdoes any other... It outperforms from in the damage department compared to anything else that we do. Yeah, see, those are just some massive hits that we're getting in there. 448. Okay, we can do this. Focus in.
Take cover.
Just focus in and get this done. Just the one Gradient Charge. I'll go straight for a Chapelier Slash. Just set up the mark. Does no damage to him, but it sets up a mark. That's all we want. Have a mark in place for Mael.
Foolish.
Please survive.
Your turn to dance.
Lune, watch out.
I just didn't go early enough on that one single hit. One single hit that Minoko took. I think I'm gonna leave the mark in place for Mael. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I don't need to use a gradient attack. I don't know if I'm passing the turn. But I think I'm actually just gonna give AP to Minoko, because nobody needs a heal. I'm just gonna give this to him because what we wanna see, we just wanna sit back and enjoy the splendor and hope my roulette hits. The splendor of this glorious, amazing godsend of an ability sent from the painters above. Stendhal, go. Okay, all right, well, I don't think we got the best roulette there, but that's still a shit ton of damage. Early.
Take cover. Careful.
Too early. Way too early.
I'm ready.
I went way too early on.
The elements dance.
Okay, so that is one thing about Stendhal, is it removes Mael's shields. I have to remember that. As awesome as it is, she loses her shields until Minoko puts them back in place. It is a burning enemy. There is burn on it, so I could do elemental trick to get my stains in order. Stormcaller has worn off. I'm just gonna do elemental trick here.
Take cover.
Wait, it still didn't do my stains correctly. What the hell? Dude, I did the wrong thing. Shit, I forgot it was a gradient attack because I hadn't seen that move in a while. And I was still confused why my stains... Oh, it's because he absorbs the fire. So because he absorbs fire, fire does not get generated. Oh, wow, that's how that works. Okay, okay. Got it. Got it. I'm in balanced mask. I'm just gonna give more shields. I'm gonna give more shields, man. Mael is the one. We wanna just keep Mael alive. Keep Mael in action, and that's all that matters. So we do a gradient attack here, and we do Sanctuary. And then we do more Bachelier Fortify. Like, the Sagapadat Slam is just not doing enough damage. Mael is the one we're supporting here. Keep her alive to do Stendhal. Yeah, that's the plan. Like, I might even be better off in some instances just completely skipping Lune or Minoko's turns, just to make sure a mark stays in place. I think I've got it now. I think I understand when those parries should happen. I think I get it. I want that mark to stay in place. I don't want that mark to move. Am I actually literally gonna pass the turn here? I could attack, or I could do a skill that does one hit, because I know it's a double mark, right? Stormcaller, that could remove the mark. We're not gonna break the thing with Mayhem. I wanna leave Stendhal there as the possibility to finish this off. So I'm actually just going to I'm actually just gonna skip the turn. That's so weird, but I'm skipping the turn. Because that's the other reason to skip the turn, is even though there's a double mark, if you get a counter when it attacks, it takes one of those marks away. You might lose your chance for that one Stendhal. It's just a one hit. It only needs the one single mark, but you want it to be there when it happens. You want it to be there. Holy shit. Oh my God. Whew. Oh my goodness, I'm exhausted. That is our first perfect Chroma Catalyst. Yo. Someone did let it slip in the comments, the existence of perfect Chroma Catalysts. But I think these might be our Titanite slabs. I think. That's a lot of damage dealt. We got a bunch of successful parries. We don't dodge at all. We're not dodge gamers at this point in our careers. And we get another nice level up to all of our characters, and we get a Vex Foot, which it looks like there was only one. There's a cutscene for this. Yo. And we are returning the Avec to its container. Oh, and the fading boy.
Down. 3 to go.
Oh God, yeah, I was already thinking about that. I was already thinking about the fact that this was just the first. This was just the first of these stinkers. Oh my God. But the fading boy appears here. Faceless boy, you have conquered your foe once again. Should I take you back to the plaza? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, but I think we see the pattern now for this area. We see what the pattern is going to be, which is 4 little sub-areas that have items and... Oh my god, there's a freaking virgin over here. I hate it. I don't want to do that. I'll probably do that off camera. Let me know if you guys want to see that one. Oh, there's a petanque. Okay, so we can do a petanque, although we got to figure out where it's going. Although, is it going to move? Yes, because it's a petanque.
Good stuff.
It's a petanque. Where is its platform? Oh, we never did go through this passageway, did we? Okay, it's just a little antechamber in here. With a bunch of canvases that are all blank. Gotta check for sus canvases now. Now that we know those are a thing. The, Pictos at the desk.
Nice.
Pictos upgrade! Roulette! Roulette goes to a 28. From 5 to 28. Defense and crit. That's a lot of crit. That is now my second highest crit over random defense. Random defense is another kind of roulette that I don't like as much. I like this kind of roulette though. This is my kind of gamba. Do I give this to somebody? Maybe. I'll think about that. That could be... It's just that, you know, you'd much rather get an expensive Lumina if you can. Lune does have Sniper, I just realized. But sometimes the Pictos is just so good. You get so much stats from that Pictos that it doesn't matter if the Lumina is so cheap. It's an interesting balancing act. Nothing down below. Okay. There's definitely was at least, we've got a petanque. Oh yeah, and this guy was back here guarding this thing. Now I'm a little more, now that we were able to get the victory, I'm a little more like, okay, let's do the cleanup. Now that we have time to clean up the little dorks flying around everywhere. Oh look, the Fading Boy's over there. Interesting. These flying enemies, like we have to go after them, don't we? It's just that if we hit their orbs, everybody else gets shielded. But hitting their orb does deal so much more damage to them. I love the throwback to the Flying Waters theme though. It's still one of my favorites in the game. It's great. I really need my I need Mael's barrier breaker to steal some shields. Should we bring that in actually? Should we bring that in? Okay, I will with Minoko. Well, we'll see if we can finish this guy off. Oh, that was a lot of AP. Holy crap. Got a lot of AP from that. So I still have more AP to take off shields from this guy before I use my Bachelier Fortify, which I love. This is like my favorite move now for Minoko. Oh, wow. It's so useful. Reaper Cultists, that's what these guys are called. Ow. Crueler, man. This is the guy, even going back on my fresh file, I still could not parry this move. I guess to this day, I cannot parry it. Okay, I actually got 2 out of 3 on that one. I still can't parry this dumb dork's club attack. So stupid. I really need to be in Virtuose stance for this. I should be in Virtuose stance. Can I, if I get lucky, oh no, I don't have to get lucky. I can give myself AP by doing that. And now, Some of this is going to be wasted on the shields, but I want to be in Virtuoso stance. And Minoko could go ahead and... Oh no, he doesn't have enough AP, unless he does this. I hate that the club is in the way, because I feel like I'm going to hit the club. I don't think the club has a hitbox, though. Now I could do Chapelier Slash, and I think I will. Even though the flying enemy dodges it, I'll give a mark to that guy. Oh, I do not know what the timings are on this at all.
The elements dance.
Do not know. No clue. I really want to get this guy gone, though. Okay, so let's try to hit the orbs. 1 down. 2 down. This one's going to be weird to hit. Okay, got him. Flying enemies are kind of boring. Just a little bit on the boring side. Now I'm in Virtuose. That's where I wanted to have this extra damage for free aims. Oh my god, so much more damage. And now I can do another homage, but then it would take me out of Virtuose stance. But it would take away a bunch of shields. I could also just take away shields with free aims. Do I go... No, I'm already in Virtuoso stance. I guess we're just going guard down. It's such a great use of Virtuoso stance. But we got the flying enemies out of here. That's what mattered. Oh, I forgot about this tremor. We totally could have saved Miles' AP and I could have done tremor. Whoops. Let's give you a burn if we can. Perfect. Now you're burning. Now I should get all the stains that I want from Elemental Trick. 100% crit rate, right?
Converge.
That looks the way I expected. Okay, cool. This is a jump attack, right? Okay, that one's easy. All right, now that we got the annoying flyers out of here, everything should be easy peasy lemon you know what. I'm still gonna give my guys... I'm still gonna give him a shield. I'm still gonna do this, even though I probably don't need to. Because I'm probably just gonna go with a lightning dance, and you're gonna be out of here. Easy. Ah, 2 weapon upgrades. Chation and Cruel Ram. Once again, Crueler upgrades the Cruel Ram. Level 28 on each of those. Boom. And we learned our protecting shots, Lumina, as well. Okay, cool. Some weapon upgrades. Let me remind myself what Chation and the Cruel Ram. Remind myself. One of these is Versos, right? It was originally Gustav's, I believe. I do remember using this in the early game. Once again, defense scaling. Don't lose rank when taking damage from powerless enemies. +1 perfection on hitting a powerless enemy, and apply powerless on counterattack. Decent. Powerless is a good debuff that is kind of tricky to get, but we are also getting it from his weapon currently, right? So whenever we mark an enemy, we'll see about that one. Garganon. This was one of the ones I bought from the vendors. These vendor pickups. I don't remember if Chation was one, though. Oh, this was one that we had at the very beginning of the game that I was liking. Sun skills always apply 10 foretell, but all damage taken is doubled. This used to be a lot better when we were using our lowly starter spells that only applied like 2 or 3 foretell. The base attack gives 1 moon charge and consumes all foretell to apply burn. 100% increased burn damage in Twilight State. Now this one doesn't feel as sexy. but at least we have another option if for some reason Ramazan, you know, we want to swap it out at some point. What did we get as the item back here? Another color of Lumina? No, Grandiose Catalyst. Let's go. Oh, and we forgot to take a look at our perfect. Our very first perfect Chroma Catalyst can be used at camp to upgrade weapons to level 33. Oh, how did I not see this coming, guys? How did I not see this coming? Of course, max weapon level is 33. I feel like such a dingus. It's always so obvious in retrospect. I still also have so many colors of Lumina that I need to use. I was thinking about maybe if we hadn't gotten the win against the Avec there in short order, I might have gone back to do some Lumina upgrades to spruce up. Oh, interesting. We got some of these guys here guarding the Pétanque platform. All right, let's get you, hopefully get you dorks out of here. Oh, the theme.
A storm is coming.
I do remember these all being actually pretty hard to parry. Can I get a burn against one of you? I do.
Elements converge.
I think we just do our guard down.
Their defenses are down.
And Heavy Mask is our favorite. Oh, you're resistant to light. Do this piano. The music in this game. I just love the music so much.
Lune, watch out!
Steel Chevalier. Did we face Steel Chevaliers before? Oh dang, Miles about to be dead. I really want to do an Elemental Genesis here. Oh, Elemental Genesis costs 4.
Meet your reckoning.
That is some nice damage. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Out of here, dorks. Dude, we're getting so many level ups on our weapons and our Pictos. This is amazing. Energizing Pain is level 28. Batlum is 28. I don't even remember what Batlum does. But it's a Mael weapon. Double gradient generation while in defensive stance. Okay. Could really up your gradient generation. Double gradient generation. There's a lot of power in more frequent. Let me use a chroma elixir here. More frequent gradient charges, and then the Pictos that we got. Energizing Pain. That's a lot of health and defense, but it is a little bit of a bummer when it comes to parries. We are so reliant on parries now. Not getting AP when you parry. Ow. Okay, the only thing we're not doing here is the Burgeon, but we are going to try to clean up the rest of the dorks around here. Where'd the Pétanque go? Did it reset to its original position? Sort of? No, not that way. Okay. Hopefully it just goes up the stairs and doesn't act complicated. Thank you. Okay, thank you for not being... I was worried I might have to wrangle this thing in a kind of a weird way, but it just goes where it's supposed to. Good. I'm okay with this. the mime thing, the mime theme every time. Oh, it's summoning Nevrons? It's one of these guys? Okay. But if you kill the Nevrons, you keep it from fleeing? Is that how this works? Way too early. Oh my god, one shot? Fuck.
A storm is coming.
Oh, we got 2 light stains. Has that ever happened before with this weapon? 2 light stains, yo. Okay, it's burning. So elemental trick.
Elements converge.
Although I lost my light stains because of that. Should I have taken advantage of those light stains? I probably should have. Man, I need Minoko back. Okay, that guy's burning, that guy's burning. And you have a mark. But you don't take any damage unless we gotta take out the other Nevrons, right?
I must wait.
Please survive.
The Lancilier! This is one enemy I should be more comfortable parrying.
Your turn to dance.
And that guy, I feel like I've seen a fair amount now. And he is weak to lightning. Elemental Genesis, though. Elemental Genesis. Let's see if we can get a mark on you guys. But Elemental Genesis is the one we want to carry the day. This guy is dodging marks. But it might still be okay. More than okay. And then we get a bunch of chip damage on the Petanque. Nice. So if I get a mark here, I can do... Oh, that's so lucky. I can do my Benisar Mortar and go to Almighty Mask. And that gives everybody AP. And I think it happens immediately when you switch. Yeah, when it goes to Almighty Mask, you immediately give the AP to your allies. Okay. He's gonna flee in 2 turns, though. So we've got to be quick about this. We've got to be quick. So what do? I still need to focus these guys down. I still need to get these guys, give them the attention they deserve. But I kind of want to give Defenseless to the Petanque at the same time. Let's just do that.
Their defenses are down.
Let us stain them.
Okay, and now Lune does just jump to a lightning dance? I don't know if this... Yeah, this guy's resistant to lightning. I don't remember what he's weak to. So, elemental trick is probably still the way to go. Weak to fire.
That's more like it.
Oh, and just a single attack. Nice. He's resistant to light as well.
Oh, Harry!
Ready to evade.
Please survive.
Danger.
He likes you.
Damn it. If only Lune hadn't been the last one there. Wait, why did I not get... Was this guy... Did he absorb one of the... Maybe he absorbed Earth. That must be what happened. He absorbed Earth. So when they absorb your elemental trick, that's another way that you can not end up with all the stains that you want. That's a bummer. He is weak, though, to fire. So doing Hell here is probably pretty good.
Time to hit big.
Okay. Now, if I do damage to the Petanque... Well, I can still give it a shit ton of burn. Because the one guy on the right, the Galt, is going to die from his burn when his turn comes around. And then the burn that we're going to apply to the Petanque, even though I don't think it's... I think it's taking reduced damage right now, while there's a Nevron alive guarding it.
Witness the flames.
Yeah, like it doesn't take much at all until that Neveron dies, but he is going to die in a moment. And I think... I can try to get a mark here and then use my Gradient Charge to do Sanctuary. Or maybe I should save to try to do a Gradient move against the Petanque. Because we have this breakpoint. This breakpoint that we might want to use to break the Petanque. Fill its break bar and break it immediately. Maybe we should do that. And this turn, I'll instead of using my Almighty Mass for Duelist Storm, because I don't have the AP anymore, I'll just do a Fortify. Heal everybody. Now the Galt should die, and it does. Oh, and the Petanque almost dies, but it fleed. Oh, it was fleeing that turn. Oops. Okay, well that didn't quite... I didn't realize it was fleeing that turn. So... is it just gone now? Is it just gone? Do we have to like respawn the area in order to bring the Petanque back? I can probably go back to an older save, right? I can probably go back to an older save, but I think I can also respawn the area, correct? So let's just quickly go back and rest up at the flag, and then we can come back here. I'm hoping it will take us back here, or that we can get back here. We are back. Okay, and the Avec is it's got the purple flame here. One down, 3 to go. But we go ahead and rest. We're just going to respawn. Oh, that is going to respawn the Chevaliers, though. Okay, so it's going to take a moment to get those Chevaliers out of here, but... I want this Petanque, man. I want to clear things out and get the business done. You know what I'm saying? You want to get it all done. I can't go back in the window here, I don't think. So I have to go this way. Maybe I could have reloaded a save, and that would have been quicker. But I worry sometimes with my save reloads. If I don't know exactly where the checkpoint is, I worry that I'm not going to, that I'm going to undo some other progress that I didn't want to be undone. Like some other group of enemies that we just killed. But does this actually bring back the Petanque? Because if it doesn't bring back the Petanque, if it just permanently despawns... No, it's back. Okay. So, can we just take it upstairs with us? I'm wondering if I can take it upstairs and maybe get into combat. Because we can stun the Chevaliers. Oh, it just ran back down. Oh, so you have to get these guys out of here. All right, all right. No way around it. Got to do these guys again. And then we'll make sure we have a save point before we go into the Petanque. But we're having some fun with some cleanup here after such an exciting and exhilarating win. The exciting, exhilarating win against the Avec trio. Okay, so the steel Chevaliers are not resistant to any of like of Lune's elements, at least. I think they're resistant to light. Defenseless is what we want. Are they all resistant to light? Oh no, it's this one that's resistant to light.
I'll do it.
Okay. Ready to carry. Please survive.
Yeah, there we go.
So much potential.
That's what we were looking for. We've got a burn on you, Can we at least get a burn and a mark on everybody else? Nice.
Meet your
This attack still just looks so badass.
The dance begins. Witness the flames.
All right. Thankfully, these guys are not too strong. And I also like the fact that even though we were warned, and there's our save. Okay. Oh, he came back. He came back. He came back around. That's so funny. Okay. Just to be sure, I'm gonna try to lock in one more save here. But I love the fact that even though we were warned of danger, no, it doesn't do it. I saw save in progress right after we popped out of that last battle. So this is, we should be able to get the win here against these guys. Especially if we can actually counter this Lancilier that gets spawned. Okay. Focus on doing the counter here. Slow attack. No, are you serious? I thought for sure I had that one. I'm just gonna retry right now. I'm just gonna retry. Let's just get it good from the start. The dangerous flying manor, we can actually hang. We're hanging in nice and strong in this zone so far. But my parry's against the very first enemy that you face in the entire game. How am I not parrying this guy? Probably has something to do with the fact that he's the very first enemy in the game and I haven't seen him in forever. There we go. There we go.
Let us stay there.
Fire and light. We could do... Is it worth to do Stormcaller? Is it worth it to do the double lightning strikes? I feel like this guy's gonna be out of here so quickly, it's just not worth it. Oh, but that still doesn't do all that much damage. I should have killed him off with the lightning dance. Oh, that guy's not attacking right away? We can counter the Lancilier, right? I just do a guard down. Let's try to get the Petanque. Or maybe this guy.
Their defenses are down.
Danger!
There we go.
Time to lead.
That's a counter. I'm gonna try to go for some marks here. Now I got my beneficial contamination, so I can keep going. I'm not gonna do my Venusaur mortar. I'm gonna do. Well, do I need to do the buffs to the group, or is it better just to go for like the Galt Fury? I think I'll do this actually. Just put the mark on him, so when we counter him, hopefully. When we counter him, he's gone in one shot, and now we can focus on the Petanque. Now we can focus. Is it better to do Lightning Dance or Elemental Genesis? I think Elemental.
Meet your
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I feel like we're ahead of schedule here. The Galt is weak to fire. Unfortunately, I don't have much mana with, or AP with Mael. I could do Burning Canvas, but it does void damage. It does apply burn. The Revenge does fire damage, but it really doesn't, I really don't have any, I feel like it's going to be very weak. I could do a Gradient Charge to put me into Virtuose. That would gain me some AP back. Maybe I do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yo, why is that so... Why is this guy so sturdy? What the hell? Okay, 8 AP in Virtuose Stance. That's when I want to do a Stand Haul. Even if I don't have a mark on you. It's still got to be good, right? Has to be good. Because I also get a shell out of it. Grass and... or Earth and Fire Stain. I could just do a Hell here. Or a Lightning Dance. Lightning Dance gives me the right stains that I would need for an Elemental Genesis coming up. So... and maybe it even kills the guy. Out of my game, Patonk Dork. 5 Grandiose Chroma Catalyst. Yo! And we took no damage, so we got some extra XP. And some more Color of Lumina. There we go. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this area. I think we've now cleared out everything except for the stupid Burgeon. Oh, there's an item over there, actually. I do see an item over there. How do I get to that? How do I get to that item? Do I need to do some parkour? I think I actually need to do some parkour. So, how do we do that? Let's go down here. I see one more Pictos over there that's got to be collected, guys. And I just need to figure out how that is done. Because the stairs over here led up to a dead end, didn't they? Or the stairs were collapsed at the bottom. So we can't go up this way, can we? Is there perhaps a grapple hook somewhere that I missed? Am I coming down from, like, bar up above? It feels like it's supposed to be like this set of ledges here that I jump across. But then I don't know how to get up here. Unless I'm doing a grappling hook spot there. Did I miss that before when I went up to the top of these stairs? Yes. And I just sort of overlooked. I was not really paying attention to the fact that this was jumpable. Easy. And we get a new Pictos, I presume. Painter. Convert all. Yo, dude. This was the Pictos we needed before the battle. Are you kidding me? Convert all physical damage to void. Bro, that is insanely good. Because so far, I don't think I've found an enemy that is resistant to void. Yo, dude, I kind of want to give this to everybody. Because now Minoko might actually start doing some damage. At least against enemies that are resistant to physical. Okay, that is going to give us potentially a humongous, well, in this battle, it would have given us a huge damage boost, I think, because we would have been able to do all these physical attacks that those stupid Vex were resistant to. Oh, one little moment too late. But that's where we'll wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. Thank you all for hanging out with me to the end of the video. As always, I'm so excited to continue pressing through Flying Manor. I'm not so excited about taking down a Burgeon, but I will probably do that on my own time. And the Burgeons, though, are such a snooze fest. And in this area, they might even be more of a headache. But I'm glad, though, that we have been able to, so far, so good in terms of making our way through Flying Manor. It's dangerous, but we're not in over our heads. And the team is up to the task. Excited to keep pressing forward. 1 down, 3 to go. This Flying Manor could take us a while to get through, but that's okay, because so far I am loving the atmosphere, and it feels like it's just the right amount of challenge. And looking for more fun next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.